I'm sat here with Cimminnee Holt, who's from Concordia University in Montreal, where she's a graduate student, who is speaking in the same panel as me, and I've harassed into being on video. You study Satanism.
I do.
Which is kind of interesting. I think our students might find that kind of cool. But when you encounter people who haven't come across Satanism before, apart from what they've encountered in the media, what are the most common misconceptions? What do people think Satanism is about?
I often get asked about dead babies and sacrificed virgins.
That sounds good.
Yeah, and unfortunately I tend to disappoint a lot of people by explaining it is not and has never been about any kind of criminal activity. They're using Satan as a metaphor for challenging the status quo. They're taking the Miltonian Satan, the beautiful, confident Satan that challenges God, and adopting it as a symbol for themselves and how they view themselves in the world.
So people would distinguish it from devil worship, this idea, this phrase?
Correct. Many Satanists are actually atheistic, and I mean that in the pure sense. They reject any notion of a spiritual dimension to human existence. Not all Satanists. There are different factions.
So you've got metaphorical Satanists, as it were, and then kind of more literalist, or believe in that?
But even those that do believe in Satan would still adopt the same type of Satan. It's not a demon worship, but certainly adopting it as a symbol for carnality, for materiality, for the focus on life's pleasures here and now.
So it's not, as some Christians portray versions of Satanism, it's not within the kind of theistic Christian worldview?
No, it's a separate, it's not an inversion of Christianity.
So it's not a combative anti-Christian thing?
Correct. There is an anti-theistic, an anti-religious aspect to it, in the notion that they would claim that most religions exist to control people or to blind them to their true natures. So Satanism about understanding who you are as an individual. It's very postmodern in some ways. Your true nature, understanding who you are, radical individualism, your own decisions, your own ethics, your own responsibility, your own God, in a sense.
So it's very individualistic, and it's got a strong narrative, presumably then, about the way that religion has been used in their view to control.
That's an element of it, but it doesn't stop there. They say, all right, so life is inherently meaningless, but it's not nihilism, because then they say, well, you have to make it meaningful. And if you're not engaged in making it meaningful, then, well, you're probably a boring and uncreative person.
Right, okay. So, thank you ever so much. That's fantastic.
No problem. My pleasure.